Starting the day in Las Vegas. You can see the strip out there. Still in my hotel, just woke up. I meant to wake up early, get on the road, take advantage of the daylight hours as best as I can. But I slept in a little bit. It's already 7. Gotta get on the road. Heading to California to document as many historic landmarks as I can. I always see people review things and talk about businesses online and be negative. Where's all the positive experiences? We should do both, I think. My Place Hotel is my favorite hotel chain. I've stayed at them in so many states, I'll have to add it up, but all over the country. And they're always one of the best and one of the cheapest. I highly recommend it. Hopped off the freeway in Baker just to run down the main street of the town instead of passing it on the freeway. Even though I've been through here many times, I find it's important to periodically go through places I've already been many, many times. Sometimes, no matter how many times you drive by something, you just miss something. I can't count the number of times that I've been by something dozens of times and never noticed it, and one day I notice it. And I can stop and document it. And sometimes they just add new things. Just 2 days ago, I decided to drive down a road in Salt Lake that I drive down thousands of times. And there was a new historic marker placed. And it said it had been dedicated that current month when I was finding it. So you never know what's going to be new. Baker has a lot of alien themed stuff like this UFO. We got the world's largest thermometer over there. See if we can see the temperature. 46. Anyway, just hopped off the freeway to see if I could see anything new around here. Gotta be careful doing that, then I don't make it anywhere before dark. So I don't stop in every town, but the towns that I feel like I've seen everything, I try to stop in every few times I pass it. The world's largest thermometer. I stopped to document the historic landmark about the arrowhead here, and it looks like it's gone and maybe being replaced. They've got some fresh cement poured here. If I remember right, I'll edit in a photo of what the monument looked like right here. But it talked about the arrowhead. which you can see right there on the mountain. Sometimes they go missing. That's why I try and get them documented as quick as I can. Whatever will be here is probably a little different than what used to be. And I would love to have pictures of what used to be. Time to head up the mountain and see the Mormon Road. Stop to look down the hill back at San Bernardino. We're almost to the landmark I was heading to. 1,000 feet ahead. California landmark number 96 and Sons of Utah Pioneers number 34, Mormon Lumber Road. In the spring of 1852, over 100 Mormon men donated a full 1,000-man days of arduous labor to construct a road up Waterman Canyon past this spot and into the prime timber, where some of their enterprising brethren established 6 sawmills by 1854. The lumber hauled over this road thereafter was used not only to build San Bernardino, but also throughout Southern California, where the boards were sometimes called Mormon banknotes. Another example of why it's a good thing that I hurry around documenting everything. These plaques are gone. I got this one, I want to say 18 years ago. I think it was 07. But it's gone. Don't know where. Hopefully they bring it back. Might have just got stolen. I don't know. But I've been doing this a long time. I did want some better pictures of that one, so it's too bad it's gone. I had nighttime pictures of it. And I usually don't do nighttime pictures unless I don't have any plans to come back. But this is a California historic landmark, Mormon Stockade, built 1851 for protection against Indians at the site of the 1839 Lugo Adobe, the city's first house. There's supposed to be a plaque over here. Looks like it might be gone too. What are they getting rid of all their plaques for? It was, I believe, right here between these doors. here, I think. Yeah, you can see where it was bolted on. So they took the plaque off the building, took the plaques off those monuments. Wonder what they're doing over here. This looks like it probably had one on it. Right there. Well, it's a beautiful building. Gorgeous building. We'll get some pictures of it and move on. I do like that they kept these pieces of the old courthouse. Another one over there. The 1892 to 1927 courthouse. Which I'm assuming was replaced by this. I'll look it up later. Replaced by this gorgeous building. Another addition to my collecting Carnegie libraries here in Colton, California. I have all these different collections. That Mormon Road one was knocking off items from two collections, California Landmarks and Sons of Utah Pioneer Markers. This one's in the Carnegie Library collection. It's a good looking building. This landmark was supposed to be right here. I have an old picture of it being, I believe, right there. Sometimes they're stolen, sometimes they're moved, sometimes they're moved nearby. I can look around here. Sometimes they're moved across town. I think this one was about this site, though. About the first rabbit testing in the country or something. So, well, I looked around the building, walked around the whole thing, did some internet searching. Can't seem to figure out where they might have moved it. On to the next one. Here's the California landmark. The oldest winery. I think there's another plaque over here too. I probably would have assumed the oldest winery was up around Napa. The Thomas Winery, more than a century of service. via Adobe site. That's what I'm looking for. Got the Upland Carnegie Library here. And I'm guessing this was a firehouse. And this building looks interesting. Not sure what it is. I'll get some pictures and probably just research it at home so I can keep moving, keep taking advantage of the daylight. It's a little rough now that it's winter and gets dark at 5 o'clock. That's interesting though. I wonder what this is or was. Upland's a cool little place. One more of the thousands of places I wish I had time to just come to and focus on and see everything. Sometimes I do pick a spot and just dig in and document everything there. It's fun to go to a town and do that. But this trip is about visiting as many of the registered historic landmarks in California as I can in how many days? 4 days? Well, 3 days really. The 4th day is going to be all about the Barbary Coast Trail, which includes a lot of landmarks and other stuff. There's, like 11 or 1200 landmarks. And I've been on a little bit of a California kick lately. I think this is my 4th trip out here recently. Just trying to scoop up as many landmarks as I can. So now we're going over to this statue. Carnegie Library at Pomona College in Claremont. Beautiful place. One more, checked off the list. Number 372. Talking about this house back here. He's in a hurry. The Los Angeles County Fairgrounds was one of 15 temporary assembly centers established during World War II pursuant to Executive Order 9066, signed by President Franklin Roosevelt in 1942. The U.S. Army confined at this site 5,514 persons of Japanese ancestry, majority of whom were American citizens. May such injustice and suffering never recur. Number 912, got it. Beautiful neighborhood here in Glendora. Love these trees. Christmas Tree Lane. The 135 deodar cedar trees were planted in 1885 by the Woodbury family, the founders of Altadena. First organized by F.C. Nash in 1920, the Mile of Christmas Trees has been strung with 10,000 lights each holiday season through the efforts of volunteers and the Christmas Tree Lane Association. It's the oldest large-scale Christmas lighting spectacle in Southern California. A lot of the city burned down earlier this year. It's amazing to see the empty lots. And one of my favorite things about Southern California is the citrus trees. It's amazing how the houses burned, but the trees didn't. And the telephone poles didn't. So sad to see a whole city burn down. 10 months ago, fire tore through Altadena, burned down all these homes. Apparently it moves so quickly the trees and plants are okay, but the homes are gone. It's just unreal to see. So sad and unreal to see where each house was after the fire here 10 months ago. The Pasadena Playhouse. It's gotten dark, the sun's gone down. Got one more landmark, number 887. It's a cool place. But with my hobbies revolving around getting pictures, once the sun goes down, I'm pretty helpless. My hands are tied. So I made it to Pasadena. And now I get to breathe and decide what to do tomorrow. I might do something tonight, but done with this part.